Hello and welcome to This Is Wine. I am your host, Travis Helwig. This is a wine show for people who weren't born rich. The whole idea behind the show, if you haven't joined us before, is that I stare at the camera for 30 seconds at the beginning and it keeps getting longer and I refuse to stop. But the other whole idea behind the show is that I don't know anything about wine, and it makes me feel bad when I'm in a restaurant or I'm at a wine store and I don't know what to say. And I feel like the whole system is set up to make you sort of feel bad. So I set out to learn. I bring on a few comedians. I bring on a wine expert. We drink the same bottle. I tell you the bottle ahead of time so you could drink along at home and taste what we're tasting. You can find out what we're doing in future weeks at thisiswine.wine. And just a little bit of housekeeping before we start with maybe the most excited I've ever been for an episode. A couple things. First, the show costs a little bit of money each week to make, a couple $100. I like to pay Mark. Sometimes we have to buy the wine. If you want to help us keep making this show, it goes a long way. If you could subscribe, if you could tell your friends to show up and watch and subscribe as well, you get emotes and you get access to our private Discord where genuinely people are talking about wine and other shit, mainly wine and hacks on HBO Max. And a little bit of basketball, I feel like, and aliens. Honestly, those are the four things we mostly talk about. But if you subscribe, we'll get you access to that. And then also, if you want to help, you can Venmo me $5. That genuinely makes me very happy and helps a ton. It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever had to ask anyone to do. I really hate doing it, but it works. And you guys have been so kind. So I want to thank you. People who Venmoed this week, I got to bring it up. Thank you to John, KT. Please let me know if I'm saying this wrong. I said it last week as Megumi. I hope that's correct. Sierra, Kathy, Justin, Jose, Margot, Melanie, Michelle, Anna, and Shannon. The top tipper remains from last week. Our good friend Melissa, who tipped $69, yet to be beaten. There was someone who did donate $68.99, which is as close to an anonymous donation as you can get on this show. So thank you to that person for almost being the top tipper. But if you want to beat Melissa, feel free to Venmo. Let's get right into the show because we have an incredible show. We're drinking Unilitro, an Italian chillable red from Flask and Field that we bought. And so I want to bring on our guests so we could start drinking wine. Oh no, we're out of focus. Hello. I moved the camera and now everything's fucked up. Well, I'll bring on the guest while I figure this out. She is a director, one of my close friends, a writer, an actress, and a co-creator of Hacks on HBO Max. Please welcome one of the best people on earth, Lucia Aniello. Lucia, everyone. Mark, can you bring her mic up? Oh, we'll bring them both on so we can hear.
Oh, right.
Right. Sorry. Hi.
Okay.
This is Paul Downs.
No introduction. Okay, here's why Paul's here also quickly without the intros, because we're across from each other. There we go. Okay, that's better. We're across from each other, but we share a mic. Like we share so much. We share our lives together and we share a mic. So hi, how are you, Travis?
I'm wonderful, Lucia. Lucia, first of all, I want you to know genuinely what mostly we talk about on the show is Hacks on HBO Max. You guys are the two only co-creators of that show. What is your relationship to wine? Do you drink a lot of wine? Do you like wine?
I will. Let's start back in the beginning. 1983, born in Italy. So that already tells you a certain fluency of wine, but I didn't grow up in Italy. I grew up in Massachusetts where my parents owned restaurants. So I was Italian restaurants. And so I was very much around wine my whole life. My dad's best friend who lives in Italy is like a wine distributor, tour guide kind of a guy. And so I lived amongst wine my whole life, but I'm not really a drinker of alcohol in general. So while I have in my life always grown up with, typically a Chianti at the table, and my parents mostly red wine in my life and in my family. And so I've always learned, I've been back and forth to Italy to visit my family. And so I've always like had an understanding of wine to an extent, but because I'm not myself somebody who like orders a glass of wine, typically at a restaurant, I mostly know also wine through my partner, Paul, who you know is the big black square here, who loves wine. And
Very
so
handsome right now.
very handsome guy. And so where that kind of education from my family and my parents left off, I picked up with Paul because he loves wine so much. So I'm around wine, but I'm not necessarily drinking a ton of it. Is that like too long of an answer?
No, I think it was perfect. And I think, honestly, maybe the best one we've ever gotten. So thank you. We will now bring on the big black square himself. He's also a writer, an actor, and the co-creator, one of the two people who created Hacks. No one else did it. Please welcome Paul W. Downs, everyone.
Wow, that was cool.
Wow,
what a cool feeling. Yeah. Hi.
Paul, you were the person that not introduced me to wine, but whenever I would have a question, I would ask you, and you would say, if it's Italian and starts with a B, then it's good. And that's that was my only trick for a long time.
That's a good shortcut, you know? Barolo, Brunello, Barbera. I'm just like the Italian bees, Barbaresco. Oh my God, of course, the Barbaresco, the queen of the bees. You know, that's kind of my trick. That's the thing. You know what? Go ahead. Sorry, you were going to speak.
Thank you for the sub, Paul. I mean, like, how did you get into wine though? Like, that's not a thing. Is it like a family thing? I feel like
I'm half Italian, so my dad loves wine and has wine at most meals. Beer first, then wine. So I guess I was introduced to wine that way. And my grandmother, who's Italian, loves wine, and she has a specific Chianti that she loves. So I think I got into it that way. And then I just, you know, in betraying my gender, never really loved beer. I always kind of liked wine. Also, it was easier to buy in college when you couldn't buy hard liquor. You could still get wine. You know, it was easier to get access to alcohol before you were legally allowed. Not that I advocate that. I don't know if your Twitch audience is, you know, under 21, but you should wait.
If you drink underage, you're very cool. I do think when I was younger and I wanted to buy alcohol, I would always go and try to order something very expensive. And then they would say no. And then I would be like, then just a 30 rack of Coors Light, please.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. Yeah, I never really, I don't know. I just went to the grocery store to get it, I guess. Well, not even liquor store.
Let's bring on our final guest. She is a close friend of the three of ours. She's an actress. You know her from The Good Place. You know her from other things less important. Please welcome one of the nicest people on the planet, Darcy Carden. Darcy, welcome.
Oh,
there she goes.
No, don't stop. Also, can you beat my record?
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're doing sound and movement. Darcy.
Hi, best friends. Hi, literal best friends.
Hi, best friends.
We did this a few times during the beginning of the pandemic. We all drank the same bottle of wine.
Yeah.
That was really fun. Remember that, Paul?
Yes, it was really fun.
Darling, where'd you go?
I was looking at the chat because you guys.
The chat is. I'll tell you what. Wait, this is called like Ducks. Yeah, StreamYard. StreamYard. It can really suck. The chat can really suck you in, and then you're going to.
I can't read and that's what I'm doing. I'm full. You guys are too fun and distracting, Saggy.
What you're going to end up doing, Paul, is finding that you're doing this a lot. Ready? You're going to go like this.
Oh no! Did I look like that?
No, but you'll kind of like start reading, and then you'll like sink into your neck, and you'll just kind of be like,
okay, all right.
And you'll just pop up anything that we need to see it.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I'm just gonna.
Honestly, what I was doing was I was doing Paul's tech check while he was talking, and I think he's catching up on that.
No, I knew about the chat. I just. I
know you know about the chat, but your picture was choppy for a while, and I was trying to fix it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
okay
you,
now?
thank you, Lucia. You did fix it genuinely. Thank you for the sub.
How'd you do it?
I didn't fix it. I just checked in with Mark to be like, "Do you want him to come to this side?" His picture's a little choppy, and then it just naturally fixed. And
okay,
but that's a catch up on the chat.
Do you guys want to? Do you guys want to
let's
pour
pour.
some wine? So as we do it, we're gonna pour, and then I'm gonna ask you to smell it before we bring Miriam on, because sometimes when the expert comes on, we just listen to what she said and repeat it back. So I want to see if we're able to do it without her. Darcy, do you have a connection to wine at all? Do you drink it? Do you like it?
I drink it and I like it. I think like many people, like not. Oh yeah, smell it.
Mm-hmm.
Sip it.
Not yet. Just smell.
Okay.
Does anyone smell anything? I think it is more floral for a red wine.
It's what, Polly?
Mine's corked. It's corked. This wine I have to pour out. What that happened on the pod, on the Twitch?
The number of people who tell me they want to listen to my podcast is crazy.
Wait,
I know.
You could stream this as a podcast too. That's not a bad idea.
There's too much work involved. I'm already doing too much work for this.
But don't you love money?
I
do, and I'm losing it every week. Don't tell Jen.
And just a reminder to Venmo at TravisHelwig.com. $5 at least, if not $69.
That's the only option.
Does anyone smell anything? I always smell red fruit when it's red and citrus when it's white.
Yeah.
You're not going to believe what I'm going to say. I'm going to say get blue cheese.
Okay.
I think this is a high mass wine. I know what you're talking about, Lucia. I can smell the blue cheese.
Getting blue cheese.
I'm going to tell you something and I think I'm going to be on the lower end of wine knowing things. Like I actually brought both of these glasses up and I just looked to you guys to see which one is for red wine. Do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, what
I think the other one is also a red wine.
I think those both look like they could
red,
be
I think.
red.
I think.
I don't think
Miriam
Miriam
taught me this the first week too, was just like glasses and how to hold it. And now I'm like, this is how but I also could do this. I saw some people in Napa do this and I wanted to punch them.
A lot of Napa,
So
a lot of Napa bros.
Heat it with your hand, right? So you don't change the temperature with your hand. Is that the reason?
That's the whole step.
Why don't we find out? Why don't we find out by bringing on the person who actually knows?
Wine up your nose?
What?
Huh?
Did you get wine up your nose, Lucia?
I touched my nose. I didn't get up my nose. I just touched I really tried to get deep in there.
I'm not drinking.
So please welcome. She is.
Strawberry. Oh, sorry.
I'm not getting it. I've never gotten anything in my life. Literally, I've never gotten any smell in my life ever of wine ever.
You've had the first person to have COVID. She is the owner of Flask and Field in downtown Los Angeles, which to this day is my favorite liquor store in Los Angeles. Genuinely the coolest liquor store in town. We are so happy every time she's on. Please welcome my best friend, Miriam Yu.
Miriam! Cheers to Miriam.
Cheers.
Cheers. Miriam, tell us about Flask and Field. Tell us if we should be smelling blue cheese, and then we can go right into drinking the wine.
I'd say no.
So Flask and Field is an independent wine, spirits, and lifestyle goods shop in downtown Los Angeles at Row DTLA. And we were going into our second year when the pandemic hit. So we were a brand new baby business, and then we got punched in the face. Luckily, people kept drinking, people kept supporting us, and we'll be opening again the last week of June, and we're tired of having survived, this time as a retail business, but we're very pleased and happy to still be standing and to be here with you guys today.
Absolutely. Congratulations. That's so major.
That is major.
So cool. Everyone, please go to Flask and Field. And there you could buy to get things delivered or picked up as well, which I've done multiple times since we've met, Miriam. So I would genuinely the hero of the show. I've said it a few times. She teaches us everything we need to know. And she's here to teach us about Unilitro, which we can sip now, and then you can tell us everything we need to know about this genuinely huge fucking bottle of wine.
Yeah.
This must be a liter, right? That's the whole thing.
It's,
a liter.
Travis, it's un litro.
Oh, okay. I keep saying like Unilever. It's wrong on everything.
It was created by a small producer in Tuscany, sort of on the east coast of Tuscany, to be sort of like this young, fresh expression of all of their favorite varietals. So you're getting a lot of indigenous Italian varietals, and they call it like a wine flask. You know, it's like meant to be like a liter that you sit down at a table and share it with the family. Don't take it too seriously. I like to drink this one chilled. It's hot outside in LA. I think it tastes better with a little bit of chill on it. Like you can throw a cube in there or two if it's not cold. Like don't take it too seriously.
Heard pube, and I know you meant cube, but I heard pube.
Ice cream.
This is one of our best-selling wines. It's seasonal, so it gets released about once a year, and our customers know this wine. It's super popular in LA, and like I mentioned earlier in the chat, I hid about 8 bottles for this Twitch thing for you guys, and we sell out as soon as we get this one.
Wow.
So it's cute. It's like, it's delicious. And I would say, like, even before you smell it, just let your eyes gaze upon the beautiful ruby color as we drink with our eyes. And whatever glass makes you the happiest is the one that you should be drinking out of.
I feel that way.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Yeah, let's
Miriam,
take a sip, huh?
When I said blue cheese, what did you say?
Well, I nodded my head in agreement. I think what I get, and I think was it Darcy that says I smell nothing or I never smell wine. It's one of those things where I like the blue cheese descriptor because you are getting a little bit of like what we would call funk. Especially if you just open the bottle. I mean, it's basically like it's gas, right, that builds up in this bottle. That usually burns off. So like if you're getting a little blue cheese at first, like whatever, give it a couple swirls, it usually burns off and it gets more to like the fruit and earth and dirt notes. Sure. And Darcy, I would just say, just practice articulating what you're smelling, because when we're all first learning how to smell and taste wine, we're literally like, I don't smell anything and it tastes like alcohol. And like, you're correct. But then as with anything else, like it's just a language you're learning. So if you keep just like Lucia, said blue cheese, and she's correct because she smells blue cheese. So the more I think, just think of like whatever, even if like at first you're like alcohol, grapes, whatever, maybe you like one day you're like, ooh, plum, or like, ooh, like, Travis, I think smelled flowers. Like just whatever it is you're smelling is correct, and just say it, articulate it. And then you'll start sort of like building your own language around, you'll make a connection between what you're smelling and what you're saying. And then it sort of helps you build your own language so that you can articulate when you're in a wine shop or a restaurant, how like the notes that you enjoy and don't enjoy.
I already
feel like copper.
I'm getting pennies. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Like
what
kind of
about
like
tasting?
Tasting.
Yeah, like
dry, right? Pretty dry.
I haven't had a taste.
I'm finding it a little dry.
This is a dry one.
This would be nice with a nice Italian sauce, something really oily.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it tastes very fresh, but not like sweet, if that makes sense. Like it's very refreshing.
Yeah, I think this one's like each vintage is different, just depending on what the weather was like around the vineyard. And I always get like a lot of sort of just like dark fruit, but also like a lot of like earth, like potting soil vibes. So it sort of balances out that fruit, you know, it's not just fruit. There's like a depth or like a dirt quality to it as well. That's, I think, kind of nice.
There's a peat moss vibe.
Mm-hmm. An Amanda Pete. I'm getting Amanda Pete.
And Elizabeth Moss.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit tart, right? It's a little bit. It's
Who's a better
jammy,
actress?
juicy, and tart.
Do you think Amanda Pete's better or Elizabeth Moss is better? Who's a better actress?
I absolutely know.
Isn't Amanda Pete in something recently that people are like, she's actually incredible in this movie?
Betty Broderick, season 2 of the Dear John series.
Dear John.
Amazing. I was just talking about her earlier today. She is incredible. You guys should check it out.
That's cool.
I would absolutely. Yeah.
She's always good.
She is always.
Who's the other person? Elizabeth Banks?
Elizabeth Moss.
Elizabeth Moss.
I mean, she's hard to, you know, she's
kind of on like on her own stratosphere.
I'm gonna say I like Elizabeth Banks. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say. I like Elizabeth Banks.
Interesting how we kind of keep going between microphone view or whatever and gallery view. We kind of like we like go back and forth. What is
That's all Mark. That's all Mark, and like just playing piano on the keys.
Okay. Cool.
Mark's in the booth. He's the live to tape director, saying like show camera one, go camera one.
Got it. Go to Miriam. Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, Lucia being the director, could Lucia direct a moment? Could Lucia direct a bit of this for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go a little tighter and to Travis.
And Travis.
Crossfade.
Great. Back to Paul. And Darcy with the joke.
She was ready with it.
I felt it. Yeah.
I'm getting white pepper.
White pepper. I am getting white pepper.
I do like it is my mouth feels dry drinking it. Is that a tannin? Is that right?
That's a tannin, Travis.
Yes.
Tannin.
The tannins have been the bane of my existence, and I can't tell between tannin and acidity. And I think I'm beginning to understand. Venmo me money, everyone.
Yes. Venmo Travis. I think a good shortcut for acid versus tannin is acid sort of makes your mouth water and tannins make your mouth dry.
Whoa.
Okay.
So, you know, when you
makes my mouth dry for sure.
Okay, here's how you can remember that. Acid, like an orange or lemon is juicy, and tannin, if you are tanning, it's probably hot out and it's dry.
Yeah, think about people who are tanned, they have like leathery skin, not wet.
Yes. Okay, great. I got it forever. No, honestly, I'll forget that.
Wow.
Is that how you memorize lines?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of.
Walk us through your process, Stars.
I'll forget that.
I do. I honestly do like a lot of. Thank you, Mark. I do a lot of memorizing things with letters, which I think is like a really bad actor move. Like, because it's like you're not in the moment. You're like thinking of a letter. You know what I mean? Like I like do things alphabetically or opposite alphabetically, or and I think it's like a pretty. I'm sure that like a theater teacher would scold you for that, but.
Let's say there's a paragraph, and the first line starts with an A, the second line starts with a C, the next one starts with C, A, C, A, and then B. And so you're like A cab. For this paragraph, it's A cab.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
And then you like always doing this stuff. Can you believe it?
Exactly.
Always, whatever.
Yes, that's exactly it. Yep, you got it.
That's the first thing that comes to mind when I think A cab is always see. A Cabernet, a thing that Miriam helped us came up with the first episode, merch, A Cabernet.
Oh, wow.
That's really good.
Absolutely.
A
Cabernet.
Great. I love it.
Defund the police. Miriam, keep teaching us about un litro and Italian wine. I feel like when I think of Italian wine, I think of not only Paul, but like things that are earthier like this, like has more, girthy wine.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we always play a game in the shop where we're like, you could only have wine from one region of the world, which would it be? And I always say Italy. I know it's like a huge region, but it's my it's just my favorite. I think the style that, like, Italians know enjoyment, and they take a lot of pride in their winemaking and their eating and dining and gathering. And, you know, I think the style in general tends to be like Italians were doing like natural wine before natural wine was a thing in LA, because they were like, why would we spray chemical pesticides on our precious grapes? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't even taste good. And it's always sort of been this like small batch, limited land. So you have just a limited supply of wine. And so it's kind of priceless year after year. And as the world just becomes more and more obsessed with Italian wine, it becomes harder to get. But I always like to get the look for less with Italian wine. So like, I do love a Brunello and I do love a Barolo. But there's also like, well, that's not how we drink wine every day, right? Like, we're not like really opening up like $250 bottles of wine just on a casual Wednesday. And
Paul definitely is. Looking at his face, I know Paul is just opening $400 bottle.
I will find a $40 Barolo though, and I will drink that, even if it's not as special as the $200 bottle. But anyway, go on.
Is it it's Barbera, right? Not Barbera. Barbera.
Yeah.
And there's also a Barbaresco, which is kind of confusing. Like, Italians, they're not great at like the marketing side of wine. And I think because it's like confusing for us Americans, because they talk about wine in terms of region, and we talk about wine in terms of varieties. Like we say Cabernet Sauvignon, not Napa or whatever. And so I think just knowing which region specializes in what variety can help you choose that variety. Like, if you love Barolo, finding a Nebbiolo that isn't like, a lot of these wineries that are making super exclusive, expensive wines have like a side label that like isn't as expensive, but it's from the exact same vineyard, and it's, you know, sort of farmed and produced in the exact same way. But like, if you're trying
How do you find that? How do you find that out? Because that sounds great.
We try to source a lot of those wines because those are my favorites, because that's like real insider shit. But I think just a shortcut for just like the GP is like, just try to learn varieties of the regions. So just learn, I mean, and this is like so extra and so much homework, but if you like Barolo, and then you like Nebbiolos. And so if you like Nebbiolo, a wine that is just labeled Nebbiolo is going to be like a third of the price of something labeled Barolo that went through the strict, very rigid requirements of what exactly you have to do in order to call yourself Barolo, which is expensive. And that's why it's expensive to the end user. So finding like a wine that's like a Nebbiolo from the region that you like, it might not be aged like 10 years, but like, again, like that's not how I drink. I like a young and fresh wine. I also like, Italian wines like Nebbiolo is tannic. And so you might want to let it breathe a little bit, or like, just be careful what you're pairing it with. But the locals in Piedmont, they're not drinking Nebbiolo every night. They're drinking Barbera or like Dolcetto. They're drinking like, I think just finding out the region that you love and what the locals drink is what we all should be drinking.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. May I ask a question?
Sure.
Of
Yeah,
course.
I'm ready.
So you said Italian.
How do you remember lines? Sorry.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Cadber.
want to go back to lines because I have to memorize something and I need help, Darcy. No. You said Italians they've already done natural wine, because when natural wine is very trendy. It's what's happening. And a lot of people I know are like, I only drink natural wine because of whatever reason.
They get headaches.
But I find that natural wine, when I think of natural wine, because I'm woefully uneducated about everything outside of Piedmont, honestly, because it's just, I'm very focused. I think of like natural wine being like foggy and like kombucha and funky and weird.
Yeah.
But what does it mean to be natural? Does that mean you can just like is a
Is this
Barolo? Could a
natural?
Barolo be natural because they don't pesticide it or whatever?
Yes, I think. Well, first of all, you're drinking a natural wine now, but I guess Lucia did smell blue cheese, so this might be consistent with your idea of natural wine.
No, but this is not as funky. You know, sometimes it's truly like cloudy.
Kombucha is the
cloudy.
right word. Yeah, it always tastes a little like kombucha.
Yes, and that certainly is a style that exists. I think natural wine. First of all, there's not like a universally agreed to definition of what natural wine is, and that's true globally, and it's also true within regions. So when I operate a shop in downtown LA, and what we mean when we talk about natural wine is honestly like it is different than what you'd be talking about if I was in Piedmont talking about Italian varieties. In general, like what we're saying is it really is like an approach to winemaking and farming that doesn't include chemical pesticides, doesn't include additions of more sulfur than is needed to stabilize the wine and ship it. Like this to be organic, meaning no chemical pesticides, but they also farm biodynamically, which also you can get certified for. But we work with a lot of wineries that don't have certification because again, it's all expensive stuff to like get your certified. So what we're looking for are winemakers that really, it's sort of a return to the origins of wine. It's like very Portlandia because it's like what we're doing is we're saying, this is how wine was made in the beginning. We weren't making like Costco bottles of wine. So we would make what the land would allow, and we'd make a finite amount and we'd enjoy that, or we'd save it and then we'd keep making more. And if the season was bad, we wouldn't have wine that season. But
I do want to ask one question because I've heard biodynamic a few times on this show, and I know it's a special type of farming. And then I was in Napa this weekend, and a man who's very snobby about wine was like, it's about the moon. It's boondoggle, and it's about the moon. And like basically saying like it's crystals. And as we all know on this show, crystals work and they heal you. And if you have cancer, you shouldn't get treated. You should get crystals. However, there are people in the world that don't believe that that works. Please get treated if you have cancer. But is biodynamic about the moon cycles? Like, how does that work? And why do we? I first like every wine that you've brought me, I love. But is biodynamic bullshit?
No, it's not bullshit. I think like the original Farmer's Almanac was like based on the lunar cycle. Like the moon is real and it's and it creates
Wait a second.
Waves, Travis. Okay. I know that it does feel hippy dippy to be like, I'm farming in accordance with the lunar cycle. But like, if you really do think about it and read about like biodynamics, it kind of also makes sense. Like vines are these like living, breathing things that are in harmony. We want it to be in harmony with Mother Earth in general, and the stars and the moon and the sun and everything. And the moon is certainly involved in what you're doing and when, but it's also about like treating the soil and the earth like a living, breathing organism that we want to be as healthy as possible so that we can get the best tasting grapes. And sometimes that means like biodiversity, or like just bringing in like in this particular vineyard where they grow all these varieties, they also grow wildflowers, they grow wheat, and that makes the soil happy, right, to not be just like pillaged with like monocrops and like the same crop. We want our vines to be happy. Like some of these people, this particular vineyard, they make their own natural pesticides, and sometimes that means like bringing in natural predators like owls instead of spraying your vineyards to kill mice and rodents.
This is a pro owl show. We love owls on this show, and we believe the moon is real. Those are two things that I want everyone to know about
That's
this
right.
program.
Whoa, are we talking about
owl.
birds?
Get out of here, Mark.
Uh-oh, it looks like it's wine o'clock somewhere, everybody. It's time for everybody's favorite producer to interrupt
Fuck
whatever
you.
smart
We were talking
conversation
about owls.
was happening. I fucking love owls. I have a taxidermied falcon in my apartment that I wish I could show you, but I don't have enough time. And it is illegal in America, but I do have papers from it because it's from Austria. Let's get it started. Everybody, here's what's up. This week is a very special episode of This Is Wine.
That
Not
got me
just
good.
What'd you say, Lucia?
The papers from Austria really got me.
They're real. They're in our little file cabinet that's called important, that if we lost, damn, fuck.
Wow.
So, today,
Gotta say, if you have a taxidermied falcon, doesn't sound like you like birds. Sounds like you hate birds. But keep going.
You know what? I'll come up with a good retort for that because it's a really good point. Anyway, so here we are. It is a very exciting, momentous occasion because today is our first ever audience-submitted meme competition. And the 5 of you are going to be voting on which of these 8 memes is the best, and whoever wins will get a bottle of Unilitro sent to them. Legality, if they're
You have
if
to
they're
be 21. We have to be able to get it to you.
Yeah, all
we'll
that
figure it
shit.
out. Now that I know that it's rare for Miriam, maybe I shouldn't have promised this to the Discord. The people submitted on our Discord, which you can join if you subscribe. And these memes have something special about them, don't they, Mark?
They do, because something. This actually happened organically. Something that I don't know if all of our viewers are aware of, and our guests here. Travis is obsessed with aliens. As
Just
of
a
few months
recent
ago.
obsession. I've gotten into wine and aliens.
We're aware.
Check out our group text, honey.
Okay.
It's just me sending alien links to them and them not responding.
Excellent. Sounds like a great group text. I'd love to sub. So these are not just wine memes. These are alien wine memes. And so the only requirements were these had to have an alien and a reference to wine in them. So here, I'm going to share my screen to show you what I'm talking about. This is what we're talking about over here. There it is. So this is our official
Baby.
This Is Wine alien show. So here's
You
an
make
example
Mark?
that I made.
No, that's Yoni.
That's Yoni. I made that. Here's an example. Foolish earthlings haven't realized that champagne is overpriced sparkling wine.
Okay.
Alien meme. Alien wine meme.
That's a great
here's
meme.
it. Thank you
That's-
very
So
much.
this is
I appreciate
this
that,
is
Paul.
just an example, right? This is not a user.
This is
submitted
another
one.
example. This is another one. Today we celebrate wine o'clock somewhere, which is what it says
Right.
on the apron. I spent way too much money on. So we all get it. Does everybody get the rules?
Yeah.
We're gonna see them, and then we're gonna vote on which one we like the best.
Are we doing a
Yeah.
bracket?
We're doing a bracket, so I'm going to show you 2 memes at a time. I'm not going to tell you who made the memes, and then
I
I'll go
submitted one. I don't know if it was picked, but I did submit one.
Travis and I each have. There are 2 host-created memes just to keep things spicy, but we will still award the bottle to whoever comes second runner-up. So everybody clear?
Yeah, my hairpins are falling out.
Oh,
And
look
feel
forward.
free to give fun critiques of the memes
Mark!
as though you're an. Yes.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
Sorry, I
Darcy.
just channeled Adam Pally, I think. Sorry. I don't know.
Oh, what a nightmare that was. Okay, so our first contest, we've got. Let's see here. I'm trying to pull it up somewhere.
Yoni is literally gorgeous.
Leone is a gorgeous man. When you finally learn what a tannin is,
God, I love
That's
it.
me.
That's good.
I love it.
versus this one. I'll have what he's having.
That's good.
There's okay. This requires some explanation to our guests.
Yeah.
We had a game in which we looked at wine stuff on Etsy, and we discovered this zebra sucking its own dick wine holder. And then someone photoshopped the bottle we're drinking. The amount of work that went into this one, plus the Shutterstock thing. Fuck, man. Oh, these are good.
So Miriam, you get to vote first. Which of these is your favorite?
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
I mean, I have to go with the zebra sucking its own bottle of wine.
Wow.
God bless.
Mm-hmm.
Lucia.
I mean, the tannin one, I didn't know the context. I appreciate the work of the other one. I appreciate the craftsmanship that went into it. But a meme technically is supposed to exist on its own. And so for me, it's tannin.
Ooh,
Okay.
good point.
Okay, very good point. Paul.
I think I have to agree. I actually want to get that zebra holder. I want to own it, and I need to know the link. But I think from a meme perspective, when you finally learn what a tannin is, because I pose like that when I'm happy.
Okay, Darcy, to you.
I'm gonna sort of echo Lucia. I appreciate all that went into the zebra sucking its own zebra dick, but there is something about this alien, and I gotta say, this is maybe too inside, but don't you guys think that? Can you picture Lucia's sister Genevieve like?
I was gonna say the same thing.
So because it feels like our friend Genevieve Aniello, I recommend you follow her on Twitter and Instagram. Is in
coming
that
on the show in August. She's
Great.
already
Okay.
booked.
I know her now because she's a genius. Oh wait, I'm already drunk because I'm slurring. I'm literally slurring my
Yeah,
words.
no, I'm also drunk. Don't worry about it. This wine is amazing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna vote for the one of Genevieve in the alien suit.
Okay,
So-
and Travis, to you.
My vote doesn't matter by the number of people who voted for the other one, but I'm going to vote for the one hyper specific to the show. But I do really love both of these memes, and I was very worried about user submitted memes, and I am no longer worried about it.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay. So this, when you finally learn what a tannin is, moves on.
Also, quickly, if you subscribe to the channel, you can use a zebra sucking its own wine dick emote in the chat, as many people have done.
How is that possible? How is that possible? How did
Twitch,
you?
baby.
Welcome to the internet.
Oh my God! Are you guys all a bunch of damn coders? I don't understand shit. I gotta get out of here.
We're all a bunch of coders. We're all a bunch of advanced coders. Are you ready for your next bracket, everybody?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Here we go. We've got. All right, hold on. Sorry, it's opening slow. When you forget to boil the wine before drinking.
Oh no!
And this is a shot from the movie Alien,
Alien.
right before the xenomorph pops out of its chest. Spoilers.
Oh shit. Oh.
Okay.
I haven't-
Okay. Well,
Oh,
movie
shit.
theaters just reopened, Mark. Thanks.
Sorry. No one laughed out loud, and I just wanted to let you know it was a very clever meme. And that feeling, the Prosecco planet is infested with mammals.
Okay, hold on. Let's really take this in for a second.
Yeah,
So the
really
second one-
drink it in. Really
So
drink
the
it up.
second one is the alien wants to come to the planet that has Prosecco, which is our planet.
Yeah.
But there's too many people, right? Is that what it's saying?
Yeah. That's
That's
exactly what
basically-
it's saying.
Okay, that
That's
makes
it.
sense to me
Fucking
now.
vote. Let's fucking vote right now. Vote right now. Vote right
Like,
now.
I love Prosecco, but all those fucking humans are there. That sucks.
So funny.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay,
that's
so
what- yeah.
we're gonna start. We're gonna go reverse this time. Travis.
Going with Prosecco. I've never seen Alien. I know that's on me because aliens are real.
Okay, Alien is a fantastic film. I highly recommend it. Darcy.
I totally agree with Mark. You absolutely need to watch Alien and the sequel Aliens. You could do it this
Yes.
weekend. It really
Yes.
holds. I watched
I'm
both
really
of them as
busy.
an adult. I watched them both as an adult, not as a kid. So it's not a nostalgia thing. They're just genius movies.
Yeah,
Um,
same.
that's-
Same,
I
Darcy.
heard that. I actually just heard that on Twitter today. I'm not even
Twitter.
kidding.
Oh my God, Twitter. Cool. I.
Who is this? Adam
Okay.
Pally? Oh my
I'm
god.
Adam Pally. I'm Adam Pally. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm drunk.
Adam, if
Pally.
you're watching, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, he's
Sorry.
absolutely watching.
And I love Adam. I love you, Adam. I just heard, you like to rib
He's
Mark.
not watching.
Okay.
He's definitely not.
We'll hear
So-
about it. His people will get this clip to him.
They will. So even though I appreciate the alien, and I want to know, maybe Miriam can tell us about boiling the wine because I've never heard about that. But I am definitely going to go with the Prosecco, and I really think it's funny. If I saw that on what Paul said, Twitter, I would smash the like button.
Smash that like button, Paul.
I gotta say, I think I would prefer when you forget to, but I actually think what this meme should have been is when you take a sip and the wine is corked. Like that's what it should be, because you don't boil wine.
But maybe
maybe
that's what we don't know. Miriam can tell us, yeah?
Paul, you ruined my joke. I was going to ask Darcy why she didn't boil the wine before drinking it. So,
Right, so sorry.
How dare you?
Sorry, I'm sorry. Well, great minds, Miriam, but I gotta go for the Prosecco Planet. Is my fave.
Okay. Lucia.
I'm going with Prosecco Planet. I'm not familiar with Alien, and I'm confused by boil the wine. But I'm going to throw an alt here when you forget to decant the wine before drinking.
I'll give that note. I'll give that
That's
note.
why they made Hacks. They're the only two people who worked on Hacks. That's why.
Okay,
Yes.
and Miriam, final vote here.
I'm gonna go. I find the boil the wine like it's a bit triggering. It's a bit of a pandemic joke. You know, it's kind of it makes me feel afraid and scared. So, and it also isn't a thing. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But yeah, maybe with Prosecco.
Wow,
job,
Prosecco
Prosecco.
Planet. Quiplashed. Okay, very good job, everybody.
I saw a tweet
Planet
this week, speaking of Twitter, that said if anyone asked me to play Quiplash after the pandemic, I am never speaking to them again. And I couldn't agree more.
Okay, here's your next meme here. I believe biodynamic farming is legit
Hilarious.
versus, okay, here it comes. Sorry, my
Yoni's
computer is really chugging along here. Me and the girls with our rosé hashtag porch drunk.
Okay, great. First of all,
What?
great job.
Shout out
Okay.
to Samantha Samier, who was on the show last week, who sells Porch Pounder merch. I heard in Napa someone else say Porch Pounder, and I don't know if it's her thing, but to me now it is. So congrats, you have a good slogan.
That means you drink on the porch.
Yeah, it's like something you could chug on a porch in Arizona.
A wine that you would chug, or is that about beer?
It's
Wine.
wine.
Porch pounder?
Love that.
I don't know.
Miriam, which of these memes is tickling your palate?
I mean, I lulled at the rosé one, so I just that's the one I have to go with.
Okay, Rosé gets a point. Lucia, I'm
Really
sorry. Also,
tough.
can you correct me if I pronounce your? Am I pronouncing your name
It's
properly?
Lucia.
Lucia. I am so sorry.
Mark,
Okay.
you did it.
Literally, no one's ever said it correctly in my whole life, so it doesn't at this point.
Honestly, he kind of did it differently than anybody else gets it wrong. No, he went Lucia.
I've gotten that before too. It's
Okay, I
not.
have
Yeah,
Usually I hear
you've been around
Lucia.
me. You've been
I know.
around me
I
a
know.
lot of. I mean, yeah.
DRC,
okay.
can you leave this between me and? Okay, thank you.
I got you.
The end.
Lucia.
Say it. Yeah, we got it.
Lucia.
Lucia, like
Yeah.
Lucia.
Lucia
Lucia.
pet.
Yeah, there you go.
Lucia.
There you go. Lucia.
Lucia.
This is really tough for me. I think they're both very good. I think they're both very smart. I'm going to give the edge to I believe biodynamic farming is legit only because I believe it was made in the last 7 minutes. And so because of that, I go, wow, you're really paying attention. You're committed to the show. And to that, I say donate $5 to Travis Helwig. And I believe biodynamic farming is legit.
Excellent. Thank you. God bless. Lucia. This is my
Chia.
new
That's
Chia
okay.
pet.
I used to be
Okay.
called, people would call me Chia Pet when I was a kid because I also have like curly frizzy hair. So that was horrible.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm sorry about that. That sucks.
It's okay. No, I'm not calling you out. You're not calling me that.
Well,
Hey, fuck you, Mark.
you know, no.
Fuck you,
For
Mark.
Yeah.
cards on the table, I was an obese child, and the kid on the
That's
school
true.
bus used to call me Slim Fast. So I used to have a mean nickname as well.
Mark. What was that motherfucker's name?
Joe.
I want to know his last name so bad.
I can find it. I'll get it to you. Paul,
Let's
the next
do
vote is for
it.
you, my friend.
I gotta say, I think I believe is the funnier one because Now that I know what biodynamic farming is, I think it's good.
Excellent. Okay, Darcy.
Now I am again echoing my Aniello and Downs, and I think it does feel like that was my first instinct, is that the person that made, I believe, the biodynamic one, what made it in the last 20 minutes or something. But I feel like these were submitted earlier, so I guess I don't know what I believe, but I believe that biodynamic farming is legit.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I will only say that, as we said earlier, I asked the question about biodynamic farming, and Mark and I both submitted one. So you might say that I've created one of these. I'm going to vote for the other one, the rosé one.
But that's not enough. I believe biodynamic farming is legit. Takes it, moves on to the next round, and we have one more round matchup in round one. Are you ready? We've got, and this one's exciting. This one is all original art. This wine is.
I just want to say that Mark's sister remembers Joe's name. We got to find out what it is, and we got to cyberbully him.
Oh no, Margot! It wasn't Pete's friend Joe. That guy wouldn't make fun of me. That was a very sweet man.
That was
this wine. I just want to say this gets extra points for having a watermark that says "This is wine.wine," which is our website.
That rules, yeah.
Versus him. Sorry, my computer's chugging along over here with all these apps open.
We're fine.
It tastes like grapes exploding the White House. My dumbass who spent $60 on the bottle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we have? I mean,
God, what is the second one? Okay, some hieroglyphic reader, tell me what it tastes like grapes one. Tell me what it means.
It seems as if the White House is being labeled "my dumbass who spent $60 on a bottle," and then "it tastes like grapes" is what the person is saying, and it's exploding the white.
What Darcy
Right?
said.
Got it. So he's like, my feeling that it just tastes like grapes. I got to blow myself up. What
or
is?
somebody's blowing you up. You're like, I bought
Right.
$60. I bought this bottle. Do you like it? And they're like, it tastes like grapes. And you're like,
That's exactly. That's
It's
exactly.
two different people. It's two different
And
people.
that's,
Wow,
and that's a screen. Okay, so Paul, I commiserate with you. This is a common format in meme. Whenever there's quotes, it means like somebody else is saying that. This is also.
So I just don't get it.
It's okay. No, it's okay, Paul. It's okay.
Maybe Pally was right.
I'm on Adam's side here. Okay,
Pally was right.
No, I'm trying to make it easier for you.
I'm young. I'm hip. I get it.
it's not about being young or hip.
I don't know what it's about, but it's.
Here's the truth: is Paul isn't really into memes because he's not really very online, and that's one of the hottest things about him.
I would say, okay, Paul, let me just say this.
Yes.
Being online is a curse. It's a poison. It's bad. Not understanding this meme means you are a strong, beautiful person who enjoys the things about life that are meant to be enjoyed. And I respect you deeply. So
that's what I think.
I don't have Twitter. I don't have Instagram. If they're out there, they're fakes. I don't know what they are. But
okay, so
I will say also,
quickly, Darcy was raising her hand. I saw Darcy raising her hand. Darcy.
Okay, but I got to get my joke out first, Darcy. Sorry. If I'm a meme reader, you know the meme of the guy turning around to the girlfriend, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like everybody else. Everybody else is turning around, and the hot girl is the meme, and I'm the girlfriend who's like, "What?
That's
what
great.
do y'all
I vote
look
for
at?
that. I vote for that.
Sorry, Darcy.
Like you're a meme
Very good
within.
job.
No, Polly, I love it. You're the meme. You are the meme. Your view of memes is that meme, the most famous.
Yeah. Well, I'm the girl in the. I'm the current girlfriend in the meme.
Yep.
Know what I mean? The meme is everybody. Look, everyone. The hot ass girl.
The meme is the meme.
Yeah.
And then
the hot ass
friend is everybody.
Yes.
Know what I mean?
And
know
Paul, if you ever get a Twitter account, the header image on my Twitter profile is me recreating that meme. So I feel like there's a symbiotic, beautiful thing happening here.
Mark, I'm gonna get Twitter tonight. And I'm gonna follow you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
I want
you.
to see that. I want to see that.
I think what I was raising my hand about
Darcy,
is and I also definitely think that Mark knows memes better than I do. But if I saw "it tastes like grapes" online, I would think. Let me just explain this. I would think it means me, Darcy, thinking, it tastes like grapes. and then being like, it's almost like me being like, huh, it tastes like grapes. And then it's wait, I had too much wine. And then it's almost like it's almost like someone like me outside of myself being like, my dumbass, we spent $60 on a bottle.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. So I feel like it would like, maybe I'm wrong. I probably am, but it feels like it would say like it tastes like grapes. Me, nah.
No, I thought that genuinely, I thought that this was what you said, which is that it's me drinking it, but it's also me exploding myself because I can't tell the difference.
It could be either. It could be either. The bottom line is the comment, it tastes like grapes, is blowing up the fact that you spent $60 on a bottle and you're sipping this wine.
This is the definition of a good meme. It requires this much conversation.
Well, that's the thing.
Miriam, go ahead.
Wait,
we'll start with you, Miriam.
Oh.
We'll start with you, Miriam.
I like the simplicity of the first one, that this wine is out of this world. Like, I understand it. It makes sense. There's an alien in the actual meme.
There is a watermark too.
There's a
watermark. There is a watermark.
And for those reasons, that is my favorite meme.
Great. Lucia.
I'm going with it tastes like grapes because I feel like there's obviously maybe too many layers here, but I do think that the basis of the idea, which is like sometimes you get a bottle and you're like, is a funny idea to parody. So for that reason alone, I choose it tastes like grapes. Final answer.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Look, well, I think that the ultimate goal of a meme, right, is essentially to be digested quickly and to be understood. I also have to say that This Is Wine is a highbrow, might I even say niche show. So therefore, I think
no. There's 134 million people watching.
All right. Well, in that case, no, I'm still going to go with It Tastes Like Grapes because I got to say I liked the debate. I think it was real.
Art is meant to provoke.
That's right. I think art should be provocative and provoke. Should make you think. I don't want to understand art. If I understand art, I don't want it. You know what I mean?
I waited 9 hours to sit across the woman who was sitting in the chair at MoMA, and I didn't get to do it. Darcy, go ahead.
Did it? Oh
no,
Marina.
It was the same day. It was the same day her ex-husband came and they cried, and I saw them hug.
That's major. I can't believe you're in the fucking building.
Iconic day.
Also, did you hear me say fucking building? I can't speak. I'm drunk too.
Yeah, we're drunk. Travis, did you see them? Travis, did you see them look at each other?
Yeah, that's
more than looking at her. That's worth it. You got to witness that moment. My God,
no. Huge. I want to be there. I want to be in the chair. He got to skip the line. I waited.
Well, you guys, I do want to say there is a teeny little tiny fruit fly in my wine.
Oh wow.
So
let's see it. Hold on. Let's see it. Bring it back. Sorry.
Okay. Let's see if I can. Maybe it would help if I like shine a light. I really want you guys to see this.
Darcy, tilt your glass more. Like tilt it so we can see it.
Yeah, there we go.
Wait. Hold. Just.
Oh, it's on the glass. It's on the glass. No.
Oh, is it? Wait. It's okay. It's over here. Wait. Do you see it? Like over here, right below my eye.
I think I might see it. I see it. Yep. I see it. That's bad.
That's it, baby.
That's protein. That would get you far in an episode of Alone.
I'm gonna go like this. I'm just gonna go like this.
What the fuck are you doing at Flaskenfield, Miriam? What the fuck?
No. I came to my house.
I'm so sorry about this fruit fly.
Miriam, I saw the fruit fly in my house land, and it has nothing to do with your wine.
When I took the perimeter of your house earlier, there were no fruit flies, and so I apologize about the fruit. I don't know.
You guys, can you imagine?
Just point out how cute this bottle is with this incised little logo on here.
Yeah, I'd say, wait, really are you and Lucia only that far? Because something's wrong if I'm this far.
What's this far?
Hold on, Travis, hold it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we haven't been drinking as much. Well, because we have to drive.
Oh yeah, don't drink then. I take it back.
I'm even
We were
farther than
drinking.
Travis.
No, I'm tilting it. Look, it's actually this full. I'm tilting it.
Okay,
Not
let's
that
finish
full.
the voting. We got to get
Okay,
through this.
Yeah, Darcy.
Right,
Yeah.
I love It Tastes Like Grapes. If I saw it, I would think it was funny. There is something, this wine is out of this world, is so dumb and so simple and like exactly what you asked for, a wine alien meme that I know it was somebody like really smart. And to me, it's really funny that it's so simple and stupid and just like a glass of red wine. I absolutely love it. This wine is out of this world is getting my vote.
Okay, Travis, you have the deciding vote, and Darcy just dabbed on you.
I'm gonna go with It Tastes Like Grapes. I think there's the amount of work that went into this wine is out of this world. Incredible. I really appreciate that they used my logo as the wine glass. So thank you. But It Tastes Like Grapes invoked something in me, and it forced us to have a conversation. So I'm going to vote for it.
That's our okay. So this wine is out of this world. You move on, and now here we are. We're moving on to our semifinals. Whoever wins this is going on to the championships. How's everybody feeling? We're going to go fast because I know this has taken a long time, and I apologize, but it's been a good ride, so I'm enjoying it myself.
What the hell was that?
Yoni, this is a great picture of Yoni.
This is a
really
great
beautiful.
picture of this is Yoni's old headshot and helicopter. You can tell we're all in Los Angeles because there's a helicopter overhead. We're just going to jump right into it. We got When You Finally Learn What a Tannin Is versus I believe biodynamic farming is legit. Miriam, you are first to vote this time. Tell me what you're thinking.
I think I like tannin. I like the When You Finally Learn What a Tannin Is. And you for you guys, it's Lucia's sister. I haven't met her. For me, this is Travis, who just learned what a tannin is.
Tonight. I did it tonight.
So you did it tonight. This was literally you tonight. So that's the one I like.
Okay, moving on. Lucia.
I gotta go tannin. That to me should be undisputed the winner of the whole meme contest. I'm obsessed.
Obsessed. Paul.
Yeah, I think if this meme maker actually got that suit and took that photo of themselves, then I think it's got to be the tannin guy.
Tannin.
It's that tannin
Okay.
person.
Darcy.
I absolutely vote tannins, and I vow right now, if somebody puts this on Twitter, I will retweet it.
Okay.
Oh my Lord, that's a retweet.
Okay.
Travis, final vote.
I'm voting for tannin. I think it's better of the two. And I made the other one.
That's a
The other one's
turkey.
great. The other one's great.
Tannin
No.
wins.
We all know what tannin is, and
Tannin
it's
is the West Division champion, and we'll be moving on to the final. And here's our
I
other.
have a quick question. Do you think
Yes.
that one also made tonight? That tannin one?
Oh
good. No,
actually,
I've talked a lot about not
Okay.
knowing what tannins are on the show.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Okay, we've got that feeling when the Prosecco planet is infested with mammals versus the much talked about, much discussed. It tastes like grapes. My dumb ass who spent.
I want to go
$60
first.
on the bottle. Travis goes first.
Prosecco Planet blows this other one. I could do a meme of Prosecco Planet exploding the other meme. Prosecco Planet.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, Darcy.
Yes, I agree. I'm going to make a meme of this one exploding the other one. So I vote Prosecco.
Paul.
I also vote Prosecco easily.
Wow. Okay. Lucia.
I'm going
Nice,
Prosecco, and I just love this meme. I just love it.
I want to know what did this photo exist of the
I thought
alien
it
with
did because look at the shadow of the Prosecco.
I mean, it's
Yeah, the
perfect. That
shadow.
shadow is iconic.
And it's
Miriam.
so weird that it says mammals. Why mammals? It's so funny and stupid. Okay, go ahead, Miriam.
It's so funny and stupid and specific. And I've never heard Prosecco Planet, and I like that. I think it is so specific, and I have so many questions, more questions than answers when I see this. So let's go Prosecco Planet.
I also
Wow.
what it also evokes, which I think is really great, is that aliens only care about Earth because of Prosecco. It's such a
Yes.
great. It's the Prosecco planet. That's
It's
so
the
cool.
Prosecco planet.
I think that
And
is, yeah.
Yep, go for it, Lucia.
I have a pitch for Miriam, which is if you have a little section of Flask and Field that has just Prosecco, that you write Prosecco Planet.
Yes.
Okay.
Love that.
And there will be a section tomorrow. So
I love that.
Okay, here
I
it
think
is.
It's fun. It's fun.
For
fun.
all the marbles, for all of the
For
marbles,
one bottle
for
of Unilever wine made by
one
Unilever.
bottle of Unlitro wine, we
Hard.
have when you
Shit.
finally learn what a tannin is versus that
Ooh.
feeling when the Prosecco
Shit.
planet is infested with mammals.
Shit,
We're
I
gonna
love
take
to vote.
like before you vote, I want everyone to just give a quick comment, check in how you're feeling. We'll start with you, Travis, and then Miriam gets first vote. She'll get her
Oh,
comment,
God.
and then she'll vote.
You need the power.
About the memes.
You could say whatever you about the memes, about the competition, about everything.
This wine is great. I love Flask and Field. I do want to say, I was very worried when we said user submitted memes, and I'm learning now that our Discord is much funnier than me, because the memes that they made were fun. Mark's is not in the final two. I know that for a fact, and mine is not in the final two. You guys
Wow.
did great work. Thank you so much for subscribing and posting these very genuinely very funny memes. Thank you for doing it. That's how I'm feeling, Mark.
They are
Paul.
good. They are
Paul.
really good.
But you didn't vote.
No,
Yeah,
no,
did you
no.
vote?
The vote will start at the end of this
Emotionally.
check-in.
After we, yeah.
We're gonna do
Okay.
the emotional check.
We're checking in emotionally about just everything and
The finalists.
just the finalists.
Just the
Oh
finalists.
God, I gotta say, it really, it's made me want to get memes more. Like the memes are so good and they're so funny and they're so specific and they're wine centric, but they're also alien centric. They're really just absolutely beautiful. And they all work with this wine, this like delicious, jammy, juicy, funky wine.
Ooh.
And that's what I would say they are. They're jammy, juicy, and funky. But I'm actually really nervous to see who wins.
Doesn't look
Lucia.
like I'm in like Jumanji. Doesn't look Jumanji. by the way.
Yeah. You look like Marina Abramovic in Jumanji.
I do kind of have her vibe.
You do have her vibe, yeah.
energy is here. And
Here, I'll come over and stare at you.
I gotta say, these memes are amazing. I do love memes. I don't really make memes, but I think Travis, you said you were worried that the wine heads. What are the names for the fan people who watch it? Do you have like a nickname for them?
No, that's smart. We should come up with it.
Okay,
No, we don't have
one.
them.
We have to
Them,
talk about
not
Paul's tattoo too, I'm realizing, but go ahead.
A tattoo?
Oh yeah, we should talk about that. In any case, I think you can always trust the internet to make good memes, and that's like obvious. Like we should know that. But of course, you're like,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, they're the best. That's why they're on the internet. That's how they found you. Of course, they're good at it. So you have to just trust the internet. Is how I'm feeling.
I agree.
Next person.
Yeah.
Darcy.
Damn,
Which is
y'all.
way-
I am absolutely blown away. There was not a bad meme in the house. And if you made a meme that didn't get picked, you might be feeling a little blue right now. But I'm here to tell you, every single one was a hard choice and could have gone one way or the other. You should be so damn proud of yourself right now. Whew, I don't know which one I'm going to pick when it comes down to these final two. But I'll tell you, I'm excited to find out.
Hell
Wow.
yeah. And then Miriam. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Miriam, what's your?
well, first of all, I'd like to say I think Paul is already like a part of memes that like on the internet that he hasn't even seen. So we should just send those to him so he just sees them and that knows that he's already part of meme culture. And then I would also, as I touched on last time I was here, I really just want to talk about Hacks and what a great show it is and how much
I agree.
in our house. And I don't know if HBO Max is a sponsor of this live
They
show.
are. They are a sponsor. HBO Max gives me $20,000 an episode.
That's okay. That feels correct. I just, it is so funny. We are obsessed with it. We love it. And I wish Jen Statsky was on the show with us.
Never heard of her.
Yes. And that's all. I just want to tell everyone who is still with us to watch Hacks. It's fucking funny. It's on HBO Max. You won't regret it. You have literally nothing better to do than watch Hacks. So like, just do that and drink wine.
Wow.
All right,
Thank you
Miriam.
so much, Miriam. That's
Thank you
so
so much,
nice.
Miriam. We are all like starstruck by you and are like love your store and love your wine. So that means so
So
much,
that means a lot. Thank you.
especially coming from you.
I
You have
also want to
taste
say
the basket
that
of beautiful
Hacks
kitchen.
Gorgeous
Hacks
kitchen.
does fuck.
God, I just want to come over. I just want to go over your house.
Come over, Lucia and Paul and Darcy and Travis. Mark, I'm sorry.
Pally was right. Hashtag Pally was right.
Hashtag Polly was right.
Hashtag Kelly was right.
Nothing I can do. No, nothing I can do there. I just also want to say I really like Hacks, but here we go. Miriam, you get the first vote.
Fucking hard.
Which one of these?
This is the hardest decision I've ever made in my life.
Agreed.
I just want to put that out there first. I'm gonna go with Prosecco Planet because the more you look at the photo and the alien, how he's positioned in a white suit with like his outfit is so like on point with like a white. I think he has like a 3-piece suit. And just like expression on his or her face, and the glass of Prosecco. I think there's more layers than what we're even realizing right now.
Yeah.
With Prosecco Planet.
Okay. Now we're going to go to Lucia.
This is really hard because I've already said that I think it's the tannin one. I said that's got to go all the way. But I agree. This is probably the hardest choice I've ever made in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic Sophie's choice right here.
I'm switching it up. I'm going Prosecco Planet.
Oh!
And I gotta say that was not easy. It's not easy because I gotta tell you what, this tannin one hits me right in the gut. It hits me right in the gut. When I see that, I go, that's it. The Prosecco Planet one is growing on me because of the details. And that's just what it is. Hacks on HBO Max Fox. Thank you so much.
Honestly, I would tweet that if I could, but
I would retweet so many
it
of
seems
these.
self-aggrandizing, but I would.
Okay.
If I get Twitter tonight, I will retweet Hacks on HBO Max Fox. I will tweet that.
Yeah.
Paul.
All right, so I gotta say, I really like the font of Prosecco Planet, and I like the picture. You know, the photo's good, but I like that the alien is touching Shiz cloaca, and because I'm assuming it's an alien that has a cloaca.
Sure.
And that makes me a little bit. I gotta say, I'm drunk. It makes me a little bit horny, so I'm gonna go for the tannins. I gotta go.
I get it.
I think
There is a sexual energy to that picture on the left that I think
Yeah,
you
no
have
shit.
neglected. Yeah.
No shit.
Darcy.
Okay. So
Wait, sorry, what did Paul vote for?
Tannin,
Paul
baby.
voted for tannins, baby.
Okay. I cut out for a second.
Okay, so I did see. Wait, I just really quickly looked at the comments, and I did want to say, hold on. Kelly Ann Evans said the left one is me watching Hacks. I do think someone should like remake the meme of the alien and like get rid of the tannins and say this is me watching Hacks or whatever. And I bet that would blow up. Do it. If you want to be
That's good.
do it tonight.
Paul, this is your first tweet. This is your first tweet, Paul.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, that's my first tweet. Yes. Perfect. I'm lying. I do have Twitter, but I will retweet that. Just tag me, I guess, because I won't find it otherwise.
He doesn't really ever sign on.
No, I have to be really tagged.
And it's, again, one of the hottest things about him.
And there are so many.
Listen. Paul's a very hot man. We all agree on that. Great
Yeah,
smile.
yeah.
Oh no.
No, go on.
Oh!
Okay, hold on. Mark, you said great smile. You were about to list shit because you don't just say great smile, period. So please, man,
Give
go
it to
into
him.
this.
You know what? I want to make this list. We do have more show that is significantly delayed, and Darcy, I will.
Get to it.
Okay, I'm going to yield my time to me talking about how hot Paul is. His face his hair, his muscles, his body, his frame, his feet, his style, and first
Okay,
and
feet
foremost,
pics.
top of the bill is his motherfucking sense of humor.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
So
And
nice.
I vote
Yes.
for
Best show I've
Cannons.
ever done. I love
And
this
I
Cannons.
vote
show.
for Cannons. And I vote for Cannons.
Cannons.
And I'm so
Travis.
Okay,
proud.
we're tied. We're tied 2 for 2.
Travis, we're tied. It's all you, Trav.
Okay,
It's
so
all
sorry.
up to
I was just
the father.
okay. I was just thinking about Hacks on HBO Max. New episodes every Thursday. Okay, I want to say both of these are beautiful, truly.
Yes.
And I would have, if you would have asked me at the beginning of round one, I would have said the alien dancing in front of a gross basement with a foosball table.
Yep.
By the end of this, I have been so won over by the face of sadness on the alien who doesn't want to go to Earth because we suck so much, but he just wants Prosecco. I think that's a good, I agree with that, Alien, and I'm voting for Prosecco Planet. The winner of the entire thing is the Prosecco Planet meme.
Prosecco Planet wins, and that means that our winner is NMF underscore, who's
NMF,
in the
thank
chat
you.
today.
NMF.
Who made
Yes,
Tannen?
NMF.
Who made the Tannen one?
The Tannins was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was Clementine.
Clementine, thank you as well.
Clementine,
So
I loved it.
What an incredible matchup this has been. Travis, thank you for letting me run this bracket. It's been a pleasure. Mark. Yeah, love you all. I'll see you next.
Bye, Mark.
Okay.
Love you.
Bye, Mark.
We love you, Mark. Hashtag Palade was right. Before we end the show, we do something very special, which is we have a very special rating system, and I don't think I've told Lucia, Paul, and Darcy too much about this, but maybe I have. I don't remember. And here's the rating system. If you're home alone and you want to drink, you're home alone watching Hacks on HBO Max, and you want to have a drink, would you choose this wine or a Miller High Life? And I want to say something. Everyone always chooses the wine because the wine expert's around. And so we started to do something a little bit different. We wanted to bring Miller High Life on to defend itself against the wine because everyone wants to seem smart in front of Miriam, and I get it.
Yeah.
However, I think Miller High Life needs a fair shake. So here to defend himself against the Unilever wine is the physical embodiment of Miller High Life. Welcome.
Well, you done your belt. I felt it. I tried to beat you, but you're so hard that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool down run, looking for my bestest. I printed that. I printed the lyrics out this time. Nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's not my turn. Comment or sing.
Okay, Miller High Life. Miller High Life. First
What's
of all,
up, moon doggies? It's me, Miller High Life. You know what Miller High Life is?
tell us.
Miller High Life is inflatable pools on the roof in Williamsburg.
Okay.
You know what Miller High Life is?
Tell us.
What?
Sinking Santeria by the fire pit with your closest friends. You know what Miller High Life is?
What?
Finally kissing your crush before her dad arrives at the party.
What?
And her dad. This is like her dad is like an older man.
Got it.
Why is he coming to the same party?
nailing the third beat at your People's Improv Theater class show. You know what Miller High Life is?
What?
That's okay. When someone says, I like the song, who sings it? To your playlist.
Okay, that is a good Miller High
I
Life.
like that. That sounds nice.
You know what Miller High Life is? Good friends.
Oh my God.
You know what Miller High Life is? This is a classic, being sensitive.
Oh.
You know what Miller High Life is? Good entertainment. And now I have an announcement to make. I am officially pitching a concept to the creators of Hacks. Hear me out. HBO presents Hacks. Voiced by Darcy Carden as Cassie.
I'm in.
That actually sounds really good.
I would watch that.
Doesn't that sound really good?
Yoni.
I would watch that every night.
Cheers.
Okay, and
Miller
now
High Life.
tradition.
I have to cheers.
Which one am I chugging? Am I chugging palm?
Miller
or am
High
I
Life.
chugging
Miller High Life.
Coconut water.
You have to chug one of them. Miriam, which one do you want him to chug? Palm or Vita Coco?
Vita Coco.
All right. So good to see my friends. By the way, for the Italian wine, I'm wearing an Italian.
I didn't even think that. Is that right? I guess he is Italian.
I
Garfield,
think
yeah.
Garfield's Italian.
He's converted. He converted.
Yeah, he married into it. The People's Improv thing.
Okay.
Who'd he marry?
Hold on.
Odie?
He married.
New?
Okay,
New?
this one's
new-
gonna be so much. That's not me. I didn't write that. Mark wrote that. I don't have a voiceover coach.
Voiceover Coach's son is the founder of it. Wow,
No.
that's
No.
huge. Why is he still coaching?
Yoni, the
I'm
comments are
buying the house.
Oh, yeah?
What is that? That's coconut milk, just coconut water. I gotta
It's
tell you what, this
New York
is my friend.
Cocoa
His name is
coconut
my
water,
friend.
peach and mango. It's filled with electrolytes and nutrients.
Lucia, what'd you say?
Mark
His name is my,
Feuerstein.
Mark Feuerstein's my friend.
Yeah, they're close.
So don't be mean. I love him.
Go back to Royal Pain. Okay, are you friends with either of these people?
Oh my God, that kiss. Oh God.
Wait, that's Tipper? Was it Tipper?
What?
Oh,
That
you want
is,
to see Tipper?
Travis,
Look
that
at
photo,
it.
that photo is a tannin. It's a mouth drying, body drying.
I can make a meme of that. Me and then it's a bottle of Nebbiolo, not just Barolo. It's Nebbiolo.
Shout out to Bill Clinton at Mars 2112. Lucia, no, Darcy.
Yeah, tell me. Ask me.
You are at home watching Hacks on HBO Max by
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay.
Do you open a bottle of un litro and have a glass, or do you enjoy the sweet taste of Zach Braff and the other guy, Miller High Life?
Donald Faison. Get it right or pay the price,
Donald
bucko.
Faison, who's literally Donald Faison, who I think is literally like one of the funniest people ever. Little food
There you
fight.
go.
I thought that was
Contact
Stephen
your
Taylor.
landlord.
Steven
We're going with
Tyler
un
is-
litro. Un litro
Litro.
from Darcy.
And you know what I would have it in? Paul and Lucia and Travis and Jen and Jason, who aren't here. And I went to Paris maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. And I got these little juice glasses at a really fun shop. I don't remember what it was called.
I remember.
I think it was called like Wee or something like that, right?
It was.
It was
Right?
called
Was it
Bonjour.
the-
something like that.
The grocery, the store that we go to a bunch, the houseware store. What's it called?
That has that little red car in it. Yeah.
I know what
Anyway,
you mean.
yeah. So I would drink that guy,
Merci.
In a
It's
little-
Merci.
Merci, in a little juice glass. That's what I would do.
I love that. That's very
Okay.
Italian, right? Just a stemless little glass. I like that.
Can I
Now,
just say how positive and wonderful the energy is in this room? There's like serious love felt by these people. And I just got to say, like, that is in a
Miller High
sense,
Life? That is Miller
the
High Life.
highlight.
Yeah.
Exactly, Lucia. Exactly.
Let's see if she's been won over. Lucia, would you drink this wine or Miller High Life? Okay,
Oh.
2 for the wine.
I really don't like beer at all.
Yeah, that's why I didn't go with you first. I knew that that's where you would go. Paul, I also think I know where this will go. What are you
I don't
choosing?
know.
This
I
wine
don't
or
need
Miller
to-
High Life?
I'm deep throating that wine. Yeah.
Okay, he's the zebra.
Nitro.
Miriam, the wine you picked, or a wine that's okay, or a beer that's okay.
That's so funny.
I do want to see Darcy as Kathy, written by Lucia Aniello. So, like, you know, just let me put that out in the universe.
That could be good.
Let's give Darcy space and respect for a sec.
Yeah.
Then, I really like beer. I do like beer. And if you drink wine all day, you do drink a lot of beer because it's not wine and it's very refreshing. But I don't particularly care for Miller High Life, and I'm sorry if you are trying to get me to be your sponsor, Mark. I'm sorry. I like more smaller batch beers that are by independent brewers. But I love Un Litro, and while it's Un Litro season, I have to choose Un Litro.
Yes.
Folks, it's Un Litro season, and we all know there's only one I in this. There's a single I in the name of the wine, and we all agree it's Un Litro season and not Unilitro season. Quickly, before we go, I want to thank my guests and their helicopters for being on the show. Miriam,
Sorry.
is there anything you'd like to promote before we leave?
What is the thing that I want to promote, which is Hacks on HBO Max. It is my favorite show. It is, if you're not watching it, like, you're so out of the conversation of what's current now, what's like the moment. So I talk to my staff about it when we do training. Are you watching it?
No.
Hacks. You will laugh, you will cry, you will feel all the emotions in between. And so I literally don't care about anything, my business, as much as I care about this show and your wife, Jen Statsky, who does exist. And
nope, never heard of her.
But I love it, and that's what I want to promote is Hacks. We love it.
Thank you, Miriam. I will. Paul, would you like to promote anything?
Yeah, so we have a new show called Hacks, but I want to promote Flask and Field at the Row, downtown LA. First of all, go to the Row, get out of the house. We're vaccinated, and even if you're not, it's still outdoors. You know, it's opening up again. When is it opening up again?
Last week of June.
Last week of June. In the meantime, order for delivery. But you can get it at the window, right? We can go up there and order from the window. All right, go to the window, get Un Litro if they have it. It might be sold out because all the cool kids are drinking Un Litro. And then go home and then watch HBO Max's Hacks. Stream it.
Taxes.
Lucia, anything you want to promote?
I'm going to second Paul with Flask and Field.
Yep.
You know what's great is you can go there and you can get it and you can just walk around. You can also, Smorgasburg, is that coming back? Is that
Coming like July 4th, Sunday.
July 4th, Sunday? So you can go get food and then go and grab some alcohol at Flask and Field. Just toss it in your car because they actually have a great parking garage. It's very convenient.
I got to say, also get a gift. You know, you always need wine to bring to a party or a house. Stock up, get a gift.
That's
and you
the
know what?
thing.
Stop opening wine with a piece of shit wine key. Get a nice corkscrew and get it at Flask and Field.
Here's the thing is now that parties are happening, house parties, dinner parties, they're happening more. And the worst feeling is, oh God, I have to go get something. I have to rush. Is there a liquor store in the way? Don't bother with
What are you
that
gonna go to Vaughn's? Get out of here.
Flask and Field, get yourself, say, hey, Miriam, or one of Miriam's employees, what is just like a good wine that I should bring to a dinner just to have in the house? Go buy 6 bottles, go buy 8 bottles, just have them in the house because you're going to use them.
Yep.
It's smart. And Hacks on HBO Max.
Thank you, Lucia. Darcy, anything you want to promote?
I could not agree with Lucia more. I think when I started to feel like an adult is when I started to have more than one bottle of wine in the house. It's such
Wow.
You're going to spend the money at some point, whether it's this month, next month, whatever. Get them now. It's so nice to have extra bottles. Support a local business. Support Miriam, who we all know and love. I would like to support my best friend's show, Hacks. And when I said best friends, I mean best friends, my best friend's show, Hacks. And I would also like to shout out NMF and Clementine and Sunshine for their absolutely genius. What are they called again? Memes. They're absolutely memes. They were so good. Everybody who made memes tonight. And honestly, I would really like to thank Travis Helwig.
Yes, Travis Helwig, this is Wine Guy.
Miller High Life. Miller High Life. Anything you want to promote?
Yes, actually. Disney Plus has this show from Marvel. It's called The Falcon and Winter Soldier. It is nowhere near half on HBO Max. Okay? HBO Max, and I want you to write this down. God, write this down. Max is the Falcon and Winter Soldier of HBO.
Oh, thank you so
That's
much.
the nicest endorsement yet.
Okay, that's a
Shout out
tweet
to-
I will also retweet.
Yeah.
Shout out to Loki, the good place of Disney Plus.
Yes.
Uh,
And also shout out to Mark for producing such a wonderful show.
Mark, do you have anything to promote?
No, I just want to say that I love this wonderful tote bag I got from Miriam at Flask and Field. It's incredible. This, I think, might be the best wine I've had in the last decade. Miriam,
Wow.
you're the shit. We
Yeah,
love
Miriam.
you, Miriam. And
Also, the
also,
bottle
it was
is cool. Did he talk about the bottle?
The bottle's
Yeah,
so
it's
cool. Yes,
very
it
cool.
did.
I do actually.
Liter,
I
it's
have.
liter. It's larger than normal.
I have one little promotion. In 2 weeks is instead of This Is Wine, we're going to be featuring an episode of Amuse Bouche, which is the stream where I take over the show. We'll be just chilling back and having all the fun of This Is Wine, but none of the drama, babe. Okay, we're gonna be sipping hard booch, playing games. You
No
better
drama.
believe. Miller High Life might make an appearance there. I haven't talked to him yet, but I assume he'll be there. I hope so. We'll be texting after the show. I'm drunk. I love you all. This has been so nice. Thanks, Darcy, Paulin, Lucia, and Miriam for being such incredible guests.
Thank you,
Oh
Miriam.
my God. Yeah. And because I'm drunk, I want to just do this because it's where I'm at right now. But I want to just share my appreciation. When I moved to New York City, who was on the stage at UCB Theater in New York? Paul W. Downs and Darcy Carden. The two of you were on Herald Night when I moved to New York, and I think about that all the time. The both of you are just such incredible, funny, amazing people.
Yes, the pit.
You are also an incredibly funny person that I don't.
Thank you, but I never got on Herald Night. So.
You didn't make it, and as they
Me
say,
neither.
And they say that in the Facebook
they say
comments.
that. In the Facebook
that.
comments, they're saying Lucia never made it on Herald Night. They're saying Alana
That's
and
why-
Abby never made it on Herald Night.
Yeah, neither did Ali
Farinakian. Ollie
of the
Farinakian
People's
never
Improv
made it
Theater.
on Farinakian.
Okay, let's wrap this up.
Okay, I'm
Let's-
out. I love you. Bye.
I love you, Mark. Let's wrap this
Bye,
up.
Miriam.
Thank you.
Bye, Miriam.
Thank you to Flask and Field for always being the best. Please go check them out. Thank you to Hacks on HBO Max, my
Bye,
friends
Miriam.
Paul and
Bye.
Lucia, who are the only two people who created it. Darcy, my very good friend. Also, we're doing the show next week again with Justin Shanes and Abelina Sabrina. And before that, I have a podcast coming out on Monday called Edith. So if you haven't subscribed to it, check out Edith wherever you get your podcast, starring Rosamund Pike, a bigger star than we could have ever imagined getting to star in my podcast about the First Lady of the United States. I wrote it with Gonzalo Cordova. Go subscribe now. Please subscribe to this show. Thank you to Mark, Paul, Lucia, Darcy, Yoni, and most importantly, the hero of the show, Miriam Yu at Flask and Field. Thank you so much. See you next week. I love you.
Yes.
Oh,
Get a pocket.
bye.